Hello, my name is Gavin, and I will be exploring the making of some chocolate oatmeal cookies. I decided to pull inspiration for my project from Mom's Kitchen Cookbook. This cookbook was written by my great-aunt June Ashworth to preserve the recipes of the family, specifically centering around the recipes of the matriarch Ruby Chadwick Booth, who lived from 1913 to 1993. I also decided on this topic because I knew that it would enable me to become closer with my family and learn more about my family's history and more about my relatives that I was not able to meet. Prior to enrolling in this class, I thought that kinship meant only people that you were directly related to, which is also interesting because I thought the cookbook only contained recipes from my family. Upon further inspection, though, I now know that any kinship bonds don't have to be strictly familial and can include an amalgamation of different people and things. The cookbook does not only include recipes, but also home remedies and a few poems. I was able to see recipes from not only my family members, but some of my relatives' family. Those recipes make up just as significant a part as the other recipes on what I think of when I think of home family cooking. In preparation for this project, I interviewed members of my family to find out their favorite recipe, what recipe that makes them think most of family, as well as what they recommend that I make. My family gets together every Sunday. This includes my grandfather and some of his siblings, as well as their significant others. The cookies I've been talking about, and I find it particularly interesting that my great-aunt said that she can remember making these cookies when she was young with her mother because they were simpler and did not require an oven. I believe that these recipes are just as telling as a good story passed on from generation to generation because they tell their own story. As much as most of the recipes included eggs because the authors were raised on a farm and had chickens. I believe that these recipes speak to the community in which they came from as well. This is also the community that I came from, just at a different period of time. The community's culture has been passed down from generation to generation, just like these recipes, and has not changed a whole lot. The sharing of food is where bonds are built, but also where barriers are broken. Just as we saw in the Vice video that Dom shared as part of his In the World about the former KKK member and the Muslim landlord sharing pancakes. The video showed the breaking of barriers and the building of bonds. In order for all the recipes in the book to be present, the barrier of including non-booth recipes had to be broken, and the recipes from the surrounding community came in. This built a community united by the sharing of food. The cookbook Mom's Kitchen helped me explore kinship bonds. It was proven yet again that kinship does not stop at the bonds that you have with people you're related to, but also with groups and in areas in which you feel connected. These are bonds that I not only share with my relatives, but also the ones that I share with the surrounding community using recipes as a medium. It's on Kinship. Reimagining Kinship is the name of the course. It's an honors seminar. So I made these out of the family cookbook. So if this brings back any memories of kinship or just whatever you think about the cookies.
What are we supposed to do?
Also. This is your mom's recipe.
Oh, I can hear.
Just Ruby's recipe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we used to do them all the time because you didn't have to bake them.
That's no baked cookies.
I went with the easier of the recipes, but if you'll try them and
you want to try them.
But when we were younger, we did it because it didn't require using the stove.
Cute.
Good.
Get a big one.
And they didn't last very long.
We like sweet.
You can put them in the refrigerator and they set up more.
Okay, awesome. I will definitely do that. I'm bringing some to the class, so
I'm gonna try it too.
Very good.
Allison, if you'll set that up and get one.
Do you remember them, Gary?
Yeah.
I made these in home ec class at high school. Mrs. Drown was her name.
I remember her.
Yeah.
Funny story about her.
Her lips, the way she held her lips, maybe.
No, we were at a state teachers conference, or maybe it was the FHA conference, but anyway, yeah, it was, because the advisors had to do this little skit. And it was a fashion show. And somebody had a box suit on, so they wore a box. But hers was a tea gown. Can you imagine her tripping out on the stage in a gown with tea bags hanging all around it? No. Do you remember her, Roxy Drown?
I certainly do. She taught beyond the time she should have taught.
Yeah.
That's a polite way to put it.